If you're watching this, you've probably landed your first client, so congratulations. And if you haven't, well, I'm sure you're on a path to get there. But here's a challenge. How do you deliver exceptional results while managing multiple projects without running yourself into the ground? You see, fulfillment isn't just about completing tasks or meeting deadlines. It's all about creating an experience that impresses your clients, keeps them coming back, and protects your mental and physical well-being. So in this video, I'll guide you step by step on how to deliver results efficiently, exceed expectations, and best of all, avoid burnout. So I want you to imagine trying to juggle multiple client prospects without a clear plan. You'd constantly be scrambling, wasting time, and making costly mistakes. That's why creating systems is critical to your success. The absolute best system that you can start with is building standard operating procedures, known as SOPs. SOPs are detailed, step-by-step instructions for completing very specific tasks or processes. SOPs take the guesswork out of your work, ensuring consistency and quality while freeing up your mental bandwidth. In addition, SOPs allow you to actually delegate the task with ease in case you need to hire somebody. But to create effective SOPs, you need to start by identifying repetitive tasks in your specific business. So these could include onboarding clients, creating any reports, or just simply delivering updates. Once you've pinpointed these repeatable tasks, break them down into simple, actionable steps. For instance, an SOP for client onboarding might outline steps like sending a welcome email, gathering any necessary documents from them, NDAs or whatever they need to sign, and scheduling an initial meeting. You can use tools like Notion or Google Docs to kind of document these procedures in an accessible way, and automate wherever possible by integrating tools like Zapier or Slack to kind of handle any routine steps, such as maybe you need to send out a follow-up email or just you need to notify a client of any project updates. Finally, you need to remember that your SOPs should evolve as your business actually grows. So review and update them regularly. And with SOPs in place, you've pretty much freed yourself from any constant figuring out how to get things done. Now, your focus should shift to not just meeting expectations, but actually exceeding them. So exceeding client expectations doesn't necessarily mean working overtime or taking on any additional responsibilities. It's actually all about being thoughtful and proactive. So the first step is setting clear expectations early on in your relationship with your client. So during onboarding, define what the client can expect in terms of deliverables, timelines, and communication frequency. The clearer you are, the more reliable you will appear to your client. And the way you will actually exceed expectations is by delivering certain results early. So to tell you a story, a few months ago, we worked with a small tech startup that needed a marketing campaign launched in time for a conference. And for them, I pretty much promised a 3-week turnaround. But since I had optimized my SOPs and I focused on key deliverables, I knew that I could potentially finish it within 2 weeks. And that's exactly what I did. I finished the campaign assets in just 2 weeks. When I sent everything over early, their CEO was extremely happy to see that. They had extra time to actually fine-tune the strategy and promote it at their booth. And they even had some time for feedback from me. And this simple act of delivering 1 week ahead not only impressed the client, but also helped them achieve a much bigger impact at the conference because now they were a lot more prepared. So even finishing a project a day ahead of schedule leaves a lasting impression. I also love to include small personalized touches like sending a thank you note or sharing an update on progress that oftentimes just elevates the client experience. And last but not least, how to be proactive in problem solving. So you need to be able to anticipate potential challenges and address them before the client actually notices or even brings them up themselves. For example, if you foresee a delay in, let's say, delivering a specific feature, you know you're not going to meet the timeline, notify the client in advance and propose a revised timeline. This level of proactivity actually builds trust and confidence in you. And understanding your client's values is extremely critical to delivering exceptional results. So use Hofstede's cultural dimensions to provide a framework for doing this very effectively. Because different cultures will have different expectations about communications, timelines, and even what they define as success. And Hofstede's model will essentially just include several dimensions that can guide you in tailoring your approach to your clients, be it from various cultural backgrounds. Specifically, for example, the first dimension is power distance, which measures how much a culture values hierarchy and authority. And in high power distance cultures, like many in Asia, clients expect formality and clear hierarchies. On the other hand, in low power distance cultures, such as the US or Scandinavian countries, clients prefer a more casual, collaborative approach. So adapting your tone and communication style to kind of fit these type of preferences can make a very huge difference in how you're perceived. And the second dimension that I kind of tend to use a lot is individualism versus collectivism. So in individualistic cultures like the US or even the UK actually, clients often prioritize personal achievements and individual success over the company as a whole. And in collectivist cultures like Japan or India, clients value group harmony and shared goals. So knowing this, you can frame your results either as an individual win, depending on where they're from, or as a team contribution, depending, of course, on cultural orientation. And actually, another dimension that's quite important is uncertainty avoidance, which pretty much reflects how much a culture is comfortable with ambiguity. So in high uncertainty avoidance cultures, such as Germany and Japan, clients prefer detailed plans and risk mitigating strategies. In contrast, clients from low uncertainty avoidance cultures, like primarily Australia or the US, they may be more open to flexibility and just experimentation in general. So once again, you need to tailor your fulfillment process and all your communication to match their level of comfort with uncertainty. And finally, consider time orientation. So in short-term oriented cultures, like the US, for example, clients often focus on immediate snappy results and very quick wins. For example, I remember one time I pitched a social media campaign idea to a US-based retail client who was gearing up for a major holiday sale. And rather than just waiting for a comprehensive 6-month plan, they were so eager for an immediate boost to sales that I basically had to pivot. And I had to pivot to a short-term Facebook ad blitz and pretty much highlight all the quick metrics, like 48-hour conversion window and so on and so forth. And we ended up driving 30% increase in their holiday sales. So this rapid success built trust and set the stage for a more ambitious long-term project down the road. And in long-term oriented cultures, like let's say South Korea or China, you need to prioritize sustained results and strategic planning, because understanding these specific cultural nuances will help you actually communicate effectively, build trust, and deliver results that quite resonate with these people. But even with strong systems and cultural awareness, managing client work can still be extremely draining. So to avoid burnout, you need to manage your energy as carefully as you manage your time. Because we don't have a time problem, we have an energy problem. So start by using time blocking techniques to schedule focused work periods for client projects and separate blocks for administrative tasks. And communicate your working hours clearly to clients to avoid being overwhelmed by any late night emails or any last minute requests unless it is critical. And when your workload becomes too heavy, you need to delegate routine tasks to actually free up your time for higher impact work. So take regular breaks to recharge your focus. Even a quick short walk can improve your productivity and creativity, which I go on a lot, pretty much almost every single night. And at the end of each week, you need to reflect on what worked and what didn't. And pretty much whatever didn't work, you need to boot that out of your system, right? And adjust the schedule as needed. So protecting your energy ensures that you can consistently deliver high quality results without necessarily sacrificing your well-being. And keep in mind, this doesn't just benefit you. It also enhances the experience for your clients as well, who appreciate that you are focused and professional. So understand this, fulfillment isn't necessarily just about completing tasks. It's all about building a system that works for you and your clients. So to deliver results without burnout, you need to start by creating SOPs that streamline your workflow and eliminate any unnecessary stress. And go beyond expectations by being proactive and thoughtful, and use Hofstede's cultural dimensions to actually understand your clients and what they value and tailor your approach accordingly to them. And last but not least, set boundaries and prioritize your well-being to actually ensure that you can sustain your efforts over the long period of time, because business is a marathon and not a race. So what I want you to do is take one process in your business and create an SOP for it this week. And next time you reach out to a client, ask them, what's one thing I could do to improve this project and make it smoother for you? And by taking these small steps every now and then, it'll set you up for sustainable success over a long period of time. But even with all that info, if you want to learn exactly how to design processes that grow with your business and how to have proper automations such that you can automate all repetitive tasks and ensure consistency across every single project, then you need to watch this video next. As always, thank you for watching and have a good one.